Well, clearly you drew up the perfect game plan and followed it to execution perfectly out there, right? That's the way it was mapped out.
Yeah, exactly, start to finish. No, it's as you know, first game out there, it can be a bit of a roller coaster ride, and it was, but it was good on our side for sure.
When you see the schedule and you see you're playing against the Brier world champions and former gold medalists, what does that do to you between the ears more than anything else?
You know, probably the best start we could have had, especially trying to figure out the ice and the rocks and just getting used to the atmosphere. I've got 3 rookies that have never experienced that, and it was pretty neat out there tonight. That the atmosphere was pretty electric. So, you know, for them just to be able to settle in and against Brad was great. So if you happen to lose that one, I mean, it's not, you know, it's okay, but, you know, obviously a victory is huge for us.
You talk about having the 3 rookies, and, you know, you've been to a trials before, obviously. What do you tell them? I mean, and is telling them, is there even any point to telling them? Is it something they actually have to experience before it sinks in?
Yeah, I mean, they do have to feel it. I mean, I can't tell them exactly how it's going to feel, but just, you know, a few words of wisdom, be honest with them, embrace it, enjoy it. That's the biggest thing this week. There is 9, you know, top teams in the world. There's only going to be 1 winner. There's going to be a lot of great teams that are not going to have winning records. Right. So you really have to enjoy this week, and that's what I really wanted them to do. Right.
You said, you know, a loss wasn't the end of the world, considering the circumstances. But now that you've got the win, you can say how important it is to win your first game at the trials.
It was really important. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what look at the schedule. That's a great start for us. We're 1-0 at the top of the leaderboard, but I was at the top of the leaderboard last time after game 1 and then lost 6 in a row. So I know it can change. You're playing all the best teams in the world. That's just how it is. So yeah, we'll rest up, enjoy it, and then, you know, refocus for tomorrow night.
It seems like yesterday since I saw you last winning in this kind of fashion. Just talk about the importance of getting off to a winning start at an event like this.
Oh, I mean, I think it's really important, you know, just to be confident out there and to learn the ice and, you know, build our confidence for the next game. In the pre-trials, we struggled a little bit in our first game, and, you know, a few of our spiels this year, we struggled in the first game. So to go out there and to feel good with the ice and confident, you know, sliding and hitting the broom and, you know, just shooting the right weight, I think is really important. So it felt really good.
Talk about the whirlwind that was the last couple of weeks after Summerside. I imagine you had to get a lot of things in order in a rapid hurry. Yeah,
definitely. Life's been busy. I've been saying this, I think, to everybody, but life's kind of a balance. I, you know, teach full time. I have 2 children, practicing as much as we can, doing the gym as much as we can. It's a balance that seems to be working right now, so I'm not going to complain. It's been busy, but, you know, to have the support of everybody in Thunder Bay and my family and just a school board and, you know, my teammates just supporting me with everything that's going on. It's unbelievable right now.
8 years since your last trials experience and getting back to it now, and what did you take away from 09 that you're potentially putting into play this time around?
You know, I mean, it's tough to say. Like, we treat this like a Scotties. We know that it's a long week. We can't look ahead. We're taking it 1 game at a time. You know, just having the experience of being in the Scotties last couple of years and, you know, just kind of plucking along as we go day by day and just, you know, watching the ice and doing everything we can on and off the ice, I think is the experience that we have gained from the Scotties. And I mean, I have a new team from, you know, the last trials that we were at, but just having Lorraine here as well is, you know, the experience. And yeah, I mean, we're taking this like any ordinary, you know, Bonspiel Scotties, where we're here and we want to win as much as we can. And I feel like coming here, there's not a single other thing I could have done to prepare. We've practiced as hard as we can. We've been trying to get sleep and, you know, get mentally ready and physically ready and doing everything we possibly can. So I can't say that I can do one more thing.
Routine out there, right?
Definitely not routine. I'd like to have obviously a couple shots back, but you know, you're going to have those games where you talk about where you've found a way to win, and that's one of those. We said at the 5th end break, let's just find a way to win, and we did. Was there anything that you could put your finger on in the first 4 ends or 5 ends that weren't going right other than execution? Is that simple as that? Yeah, no. I mean, we felt good with how we were throwing it, and it curled a little bit more than our pre-game practice, and it caught us in the first end. But I mean, that's it's not anybody's fault but ours. And other than that, like, yeah, we were just kind of just not quite making our shots perfectly, but it's getting to know the ice and the speed, and all in all, I actually been pretty happy with how we played. It was just that one draw I threw in the first end, the steal of 3. And you've been through this trials process enough to know how important it is to come out of the gate with a win. Yeah, I mean, it's not a requirement, but it's definitely makes it a little bit nicer. That's for sure. Mike,
important to get off to a good start, but an interesting game, obviously. I mean, the trials and playing a longtime friend, kind of a weird game for you a little bit out there, I imagine.
Yeah, I said it a couple of times. It's kind of nice to get that one out of the way early. I guess it's a good thing if we're playing him again later on. It means we're both in the thick of things. But yeah, it was kind of nice to I think they've had our number in a lot of matches, that makeup of that team, and they tend to play well against us. And I thought we just were that much sharper, picked up on the ice really quick, and I liked what we did out there.
He clearly got better as the game went on, and the middle ends in particular, he kind of turned up the heat, and the sign of a good team, obviously.
Yeah, we had kind of one hiccup where that steal came out of nowhere, just a little bit of a goof, kind of, it was kind of like steal out, that really shouldn't have been in play, but we kind of mucked up, and but the boys really, made some good shots. They had something cooking where, I did my skip duties and bailed the guys in one end there where we got the steal of two. I got to be able to do that, and otherwise my guys played really good the back half of the game.
And did you like the way the team came out of the gates? The win is the important part, but considering the start to the season, not terrific, but you're satisfied with the way the guys came in tonight? Yeah,
I thought we had a handle on the ice pretty early, and it's great out there. I liked what I saw. You can't ask for much more for the first game.